now starts the Southern Maryland Guitar Guru Show, featuring Dan Harsha and Dan Allman. This week's show, we're highlighting the latest in music, life, and culture. Through different eyes.
Yo, 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 this is Dan Harsha, and this is the Guitar Gurus, and with me always is...
Dan Allman here.
How you doing tonight, bud?
Full of energy, full of life. Happy to be here with you. How are you, sir?
Man, I'm doing fantastic tonight, and we got a lot to talk about. This is going to be an action-packed show, and I'm excited to get it going on, man.
There is a lot to cover tonight.
Right, so before I get talking, I got to soak the throat with some suds, so I got to do one of these.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Popping ollies,
For
man.
those of you picturing him soaking the throat, get your minds out of the gutter.
That was awesome.
It's a family show here.
Right. We're running it, right.
Yeah, man. We're enjoying a nice, tasty Ollie's after having a nice, tasty Spoons meal, man. We're getting ready, set. We're going to lock ourselves into these chairs, and we're going to bring you the content and the episode that you want to hear tonight.
Right, and now, dude, milestone moment. 4,800 likes on Facebook for the show. How awesome is that?
That's amazing. After 8 months,
Yeah,
4,800.
man, that's a cool, man.
Blown away.
Yeah, so thank you, the listeners. Thank you, the fans, and thanks, everybody, for joining us every week. Because we're riding along with you on this one.
Yeah.
This is real cool.
We couldn't be happier with the support of everybody just talking it up and just saying, you need to listen to this. Because once you listen, you're hooked.
It's Music Talk Radio. And let me bring up all the new listeners up to date real quick.
Yeah.
I always like talking about this every once in a while. Our show is Music Talk Radio. We're talking music, we're jamming music in the background, and we're interviewing Southern Maryland artists, different guys from different markets every once in a while. We got one tonight coming up. That's cool. And hopefully we'll go national one day. But for right now, we're Music Talk Radio serving Southern Maryland exclusively. So...
We'll never forget where we came from.
No, dude, it's always going to be a presence on the show, but
That's right.
we're going to try to reach out to some national guys.
Yeah.
But we got time.
We got time, man. We love spreading it out and getting people from other markets involved because they're listening and they hit us up. Hey, I love the show.
Right.
Let's get you on. Let's hear
Right.
about your market and your area.
So, yeah, so we'll try to bring them in, too. So we'll see what happens, but it's Music Talk Radio.
Yeah.
With Dan and Dan, the Guitar Gurus.
The double D's, baby.
That's right, man. So, dude, we got to... How do I want to start this? We got Mortal Kombat 11 tournament at Ollie's. The prize update. The prize is huge. We're going to get to it in just a moment. It's a tease. It's a tease. It's coming up. We're going to fire up the Ollie's Bar and Grill Soundstage phone system to talk about the prize.
The prize is well worth the admission, man.
Yeah.
You think about it, you guys have been wanting to know there's a prize. Now you're going to find out tonight.
Exactly. So that's coming up in just a minute. But let's recap last week's show real quick.
Yes.
We had Billy Jägermeister on. The Jägermeister, Billy Yeager. He was on. Talked his story. Awesome, man. Loved his interview. Loved listening back to it.
Awesome guy, man.
Yeah, man. He's been jamming for a long time.
Long time.
And it just proves that you can start at any age. So don't let the age thing fool you.
Yeah.
So he didn't start until he was 20. And that's cool, man.
Yeah.
So even if you're 40, start now. By the time you're 60, you'll be ready to hang it up again.
Yeah. If it's what you want to do, go out and do it. It doesn't matter where you're at in your life.
Right. Just
Do what makes you happy.
Exactly.
Yeah, so he was really great. Thank you, Billy. We appreciate you being on the show.
Yeah, and then we had Mark Glass to finish off the show.
Yeah, I like Mark.
Yeah, Mark's an awesome guitarist.
He's a cool cat, man.
Yeah, man.
I've sat down and talked with him for a couple hours. He's just a really good guy who works hard. He goes out and plays, man.
Right, and he's well-spoken.
Yeah.
I really liked listening back to him talk and where it wasn't under the pressure, where I get to enjoy the show, too. So
right.
It was real cool.
Yeah.
Real cool. So my hat's off to those two cats
Yep.
that came on. We'll have them on again in the future. Won't be a problem.
Nope.
Special shout out to Higgy and Sean, too, last week.
Yeah.
Their segments were rocking, and we'll be talking to them shortly as well.
Absolutely.
And last week's Guitar of the Week, that was cool. The ESP LTD KH602 sold on that Monday. didn't even last that
It
long.
was sold before we recorded the episode.
Right. I turned it in and they sold it that day.
So whoever out there has it in the area, I hope you're enjoying it. It was so great to see that that got taken home.
Yeah, man, it's cool. And it jammed great, man, so enjoy it. So, dude, this week's show, let's set it up and then we'll get going. Well, yeah.
All right. Dan Harsh is going to set it up.
Yeah, man, this show's going to be awesome, dude. I'm so excited to get it going on. The first guy we're going to get on the phone is kind of with the prize of the tournament, the Mortal Kombat tournament.
Ooh.
So can't give that detail yet, but that's the first call.
All right.
Second call is going to Higgy on the beat. We're going to see what's happening in the Southern Maryland music scene with the Chronicle and then what other news events happened. Check in with him. It'll be cool.
Awesome.
Then we'll get Sean Kirkpatrick on for Sean in 60 Seconds.
All right.
Then our first featured guest this week is a cat named Bradley Baker that lives up in Baltimore. He's from the Baltimore market, and his band's called Malander. Off of recommendations from Rick Roberts. That's why I booked him to come on. He said, you got to have this guy on.
All right.
So I said, Rick,
we
coming
trust
from
Rick.
you, I trust Rick.
Yeah.
So I booked him on, and that was a while ago. How long ago was Rick on?
A couple months ago, at
Right.
least, or maybe even longer.
I booked him a week after Rick was on.
Okay.
So that's the time frame it takes to get booked.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, that does.
So it's insane, right? So we'll have him on. Then after him, we'll have the guitar of the week, the new guitar of the week this week, which is that Epiphone Black Beauty. So I picked that out especially for Rob Cord.
Yeah, Rob Cord, yeah.
Yeah, man, we hooked you up, dude. You said you wanted to see it, so the Gurus picked it. So we got it for you, man. So we'll talk about that guitar in the coming up.
Nice.
It's gonna be awesome. And then to finish off the show is Tom Mays from Outside the Wire.
Can't wait for that.
Yeah, how cool is that?
Yeah, I like Tom, man.
Yeah, he's a good dude, man. I love jamming with him that one night I got to. It was real cool. So that's the show, man. And so we got to jam it in, man.
It's a stellar show.
Stellar show tonight. Stellar show. Music Talk Radio in Southern Maryland.
Yeah, and then later on at near the end of the episode, we may have a special announcement on, about next week's guest.
Oh, yeah.
So there's a couple surprises tonight. So you got to hang in there with us, grab a beer, sit back. As Dan Harsha says, let us take care of you.
Yeah, we're going to go on a journey, and we also got to get the 2 for Tuesday shout-outs in.
We will. We always do.
And we'll talk about spoons throughout the night because they served up another fantastic meal for us.
Absolutely.
Another fantastic meal. Couldn't thank them enough for that. So
great.
We'll talk about that. But let's get the first guy on the phone. Let's see what happens. We're going to crank up the Ollie's Bar and Grill soundstage phone system.
Surprise, surprise. He's going to tell us about the prize. I hope you guys are signed up on this Mortal Kombat thing, man. I've seen some of you. Let's get it on.
Yeah, come on. It's ringing. Come on, man. Pick up.
Hello, this is Chris Lane.
Chris Lane, it's Dan Harsha, Guitar Gurus. You want to go on the air?
Hey, what's up, Dan?
Oh, my goodness. It's Chris Lane's on the phone.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is Chris Lane.
I didn't know we were going to be talking to Chris Lane tonight. This is a bonus.
Right.
How are you, brother?
That's awesome.
How you doing, man?
I'm doing very, very well. I'm doing exponentially well. I'm doing exceedingly well. I couldn't be weller. I'm doing great.
That's awesome, dude. Well, the reason I'm dialing you up is we're going to talk about the prize for the Mortal Kombat 11 tournament at Ollie's Bar and Grill on July 31st.
This is very exciting.
Right.
Extremely exciting.
Well, yeah, I don't know how you guys put this together, but it sounds like a really fun event. Like, I'm assuming there's monitors and all that stuff, or is it just, how is it? Is just one person playing another person at a time?
Yeah, it's Ollie's has a big 70-some inch TV on the wall, and we're going to play on that through their sound system. It's going to be awesome.
Oh, wow.
One match at a time. That's why we're doing 32 players, and we're going to do brackets.
I believe it's a single elimination tournament.
Yeah, once you're out, you're out.
So you got to bring the A game.
Right.
Oh, wow.
Right.
You guys really got this set up for success. I'm like, I almost want to compete, except that I'm horrible at video games. If it was any good at all, I would absolutely want to be there.
It's free to play, right?
Yeah, it's free to play, no entry fee.
Put your name in and give it a shot. You never know.
Well, I mean, I'll drop my name in the hat for sure. I don't anticipate winning, but I bet you I could hang in there for a round.
Yeah,
Nobody's
man.
killing me in one round. I'm definitely going to win one round.
All right. See, that's why you should get in there.
That's
man.
why you should play, man. So, dude, we were having you on to the grand prize. You want to offer up the grand prize, so tell everybody about the grand prize.
All right, so here's how the grand prize is going to go. The winner, the champion, the absolute king of this game at this tournament, Mortal Kombat 11, is absolutely going to win a free tattoo from me.
Yeah.
From me, Chris Lane. Chris Lane will give you a free tattoo. The tattoo can take as long as 2 hours. That's a $300 value. If the tattoo takes 2 hours and 15 minutes, nobody's going to cry about it. If you want to see my work, you can go to see my portfolio on Instagram at Christopher Lane Tattoos. That's right, at Christopher Lane Tattoos. You can check out the portfolio and see what I can do in a couple hours. And I think you and I can both agree that this is an amazing prize for such a fun event.
It is an incredibly gracious prize. Dude, that is awesome.
I told you guys it was going to be cool.
That's huge. It is
You get
huge.
a free tattoo? Are you kidding me? It
Right.
could be a Mortal Kombat tattoo. It could be a memorial tattoo. It could be a tattoo of a frog. You can get an infinity symbol. You can get a hammer. You can get anything you want as long as I can complete it in 2 hours-ish. And I can complete a lot in 2 hours-ish, my friends.
Wow.
It'd be cool.
You are awesome, man.
That's good stuff, man. That's real cool.
You heard it, guys and
Yeah.
guys and gals. The prize is a free tattoo from Chris Lane.
2 hour work.
That's
awesome.
No one's giving away anything like that around here.
Nope.
I wish somebody would give me a 2-hour tattoo.
Right. Well, dude, if you enter the tournament and by long shot odds you actually pull off an upset and win it, could you actually give yourself a tattoo?
I could give myself a tattoo, but if something crazy like that happened, I tell you what, if I win the tournament, I will absolutely give the person that I beat a free tattoo.
Perfect. There
Nice.
it
But
is.
I'll be making fun of them the entire time that I give them the tattoo.
Yeah.
You see, while I'm giving them the tattoo, I'm being like, "Dan, you were so close. You were so close." But
Is it
no
gonna
potato
be a,
chips. But
is
here's your tattoo.
Is it a
But I'm the king.
born to lose tattoo? Is that what they get?
No. They're not going to get a born to lose tattoo. They're going to get. I'm a respectable tattoo artist in this industry, and you can look at my work again on Instagram at Christopher Lane Tattoos, and you can see that I know what I'm doing, and I like what I do, and this is a great chance to just do something fun for free. Like at least twice a year, I give a tattoo away just because I want to. And this is just a fun reason to, because I'm friends with the Southern Maryland Guitar Gurus. I love the project that you're doing. I love that game. It's the only game I can say I've consistently bought every year since its inception. So I'm pretty excited to see how good these people are.
Awesome.
Wow, man.
That's cool, man.
This is a beautiful, beautiful community thing, man. And I'm excited about this, Chris, man. Thank you so much for that.
Well, I'm happy to do it. I will absolutely be there the night of the event to hand out that prize and to
Nice.
discuss, if you already have them, your tattoo design.
That's awesome, man.
Oh, man. You have to come prepared to play and be also prepared to decide what you might want here. You know, what, if I win, what do I want? You know,
That's cool.
I like that.
How many times can you win a video game tournament and walk away with something that lasts forever?
That's right, dude. That's
I don't think ever.
yeah, this is the first ever, I believe. And that's real cool. Hey, dude, we're up against it. We got to get Higgy on the line, and since you're such an awesome dude and you're giving away an awesome prize like that, do you want to hold the line and just hang out for the news segment?
Okay, I'll hang out for the news segment.
Awesome, dude. All right, dude, we're gonna try some maneuvering of the
Wow.
phone system. So bear with me, dude. If you get cut out, I apologize in advance because we're trying this on the fly. All right.
All right, no problem.
Cool. All right, dude. We'll introduce you to Higgy once we get ourselves introduced. All right.
All right, you got it.
Cool.
The Guru Show's about to have his first 4G.
Yeah, let's see what happens. Chris is on hold. We're dialing Hickey up on the Ollie's Bar and Grill. We're trying to make the connection. We'll see what happens.
Hello.
Higgy, it's Dan, man. What's happening, buddy? How you doing?
Hey, buddy. What's going on?
Nothing, man. We're here in the studio. I got your mic hot. I got Dan Albin here with me. Dan Albin, say hi to Higgy.
Good evening, Higgy. It's nice to speak with you another week.
Yes, another week. Nice to hear from you, Mr. Alden.
Yes, sir.
That's awesome. Hey, Higgy, we got my buddy Chris Lane joining the call with us tonight because he's giving out the prize for the Mortal Kombat 11 tournament at Ollie's. And it's a 2-hour tattoo at a value of $300. So, hey, Chris,
Awesome.
Chris, say hi to Higgy.
Hey, how you doing, Iggy?
What's going on, Chris?
Not a lot. Everything is great my way.
This is great.
That's good to hear.
All right, cool. Hey, Higgy, let's jump right into it, man. What's going on in music this week?
All right, good evening, Southern Maryland. I'm Dave Higgins for Higgy on the Beat, coming to you live from the Southern Maryland Chronicle newsroom. This weekend looks to be clear and sunny with highs in the mid to upper 80s and lows in the 60s. So let's get started with your 10-ounce 12-pack sampler of what's on tap this weekend in Southern Maryland. On Friday, 8 p.m., you have up-and-coming artist Jason Mitchell, who's going to be at Toots Bar in Hollywood. Over at Quade's Store, you have Nightcap with Tara and Sean. At 9 p.m., you got David and the Dynamos down at Ape Hangers Bar and Grill in Belle Alton.
Cool.
At 9:30 p.m. at Port Tobacco Marina, you got Spoiler Alert. On Saturday, 12 p.m., this is a whole day festival, the Southern Maryland 9th Annual Beer Fest at St. Mary's City. At 12 p.m., you got the Bootleggers. 2 p.m., you got Hydra FX. And to close it out at 4 p.m., you got Outside the Wire. At 6 p.m. on the Town Square at Leonardtown for the Summer Festival Series, you have Six Guns South. Over at Toots Bar at 8 p.m., you got Paradox. And then at 8 p.m., the concert for kids at Back Road Inn in Compton, Maryland, you got Robbie Booth. On Sunday, 3 p.m., SOF Market in Leonardtown, you got Joe Norris with a CD release party. 3 p.m. at Gilligan's Pier in Newburgh, you got Water's Edge. 3 p.m. at Port Tobacco Marina, you got Flippin' Eyelids. And to close out the day, 4 p.m., you got Tim Elder doing an acoustic set over at Last Drop Country Bar in Hollywood. And that's your 10-ounce 12-pack sampler for this weekend. Be sure to check out the entire local music schedule, which is released Thursdays at 5 on SouthernMarylandChronicle.com and drops on Facebook shortly after that.
Well, that's awesome, Higgy, man. We got some shows this weekend.
That's a great
man.
schedule, man. It's a
Lots
great
of good
schedule.
stuff going on this weekend.
Yeah,
Tons.
past guru guest everywhere on this list tonight, man.
That's
That's pretty cool.
Well, I mean, you guys have been around forever now.
I just
Oh, yeah. I guess that's
put
true.
that pressure on us, Higgy. Thanks, buddy.
It's old hat, man. It's
Right.
old hat.
So, hey, Chris, what did you think of that
Yeah.
lineup of music, man?
I think there's a lot of great music this weekend. I can't believe all these amazing bands are playing. Like, I'm very curious to see how the show is with Flippin' Eyelids, with David and the Dynamos, with Spoiler Alert, just to name a few of the ones that just stuck out for me. I'm like, wow, these are going to be really great sets.
That's right, man.
Yeah.
That's,
It's always hard to pick, man.
it really is.
Yeah, those are going to be some great shows. And I mean, like, you know, if you're going to pop around from here to here, if you want to get into one spot one day and you're going to see the three big bands, you got the 9th Annual Beer Fest on Saturday. I'll talk about that a little bit more in events.
I got you. Well, let's jump right into the news, Higgy. What's happening this past week?
All
around here?
right, Southern Maryland, that time of year, you are going to be reminded of summertime burning open burning laws in Southern Maryland. Charles County, Calvert County, there is no open burning except for cooking and campfires, June 1st through August 31st. St. Mary's County, you can have open burning as long as it isn't a nuisance. However, I implore you to find the article on the SouthernMarylandChronicle.com, and I'll put the link up shortly, with the full wording of the code. And if you have any questions about whether you can or cannot, call your local fire department. They'll either let you know or they'll get you in touch with the fire marshal. And as with any of this, you can actually get a permit for an open burn, but it has to be approved by the fire marshal.
Oh, man. How hard is that permitting process, Higgy?
You'd have to talk to the fire marshal. It's going to depend on what it is. Obviously, if you're doing something bigger, like I know when I was younger, we did Boy Scouts, and in Charles County, we did have big campouts. I know we had to get the permit because, you know, we have several hundred scouts, and we'd have large bonfires. So there were requirements that we had to have. I don't know exactly what the permit process is now. It's obviously changed over the past 20, 30 years. But definitely, if you have any questions on it, contact your local fire department, talk to the chief, assistant chief, you know, whoever. And if they can't help you, they're going to point you in the right direction of who can help you.
That's right.
I guess the big heads up here is learn before you burn.
A good
Correct.
call.
Nice.
Good call. Good call. All right, next story, Higgy. I'm sorry.
Coming up this year is the 36th Annual National Night Out. on August 6, 2019. And neighborhoods throughout Charles County are invited to team up with the thousands of other communities across the country. In Charles County, you'll have Sheriff Troy Berry and members of the CCSO, and they'll join residents to celebrate the community's shared alliance against crime, drugs, and violence. Representatives from Charles County Crime Solvers, Explorer Post 1658, and even McGruff the Crime Dog and McGruff's nephew Scruff will be out to meet residents. The National Association of Town Watch launched National Night Out in 1984, and according to their website, National Night Out enhances the relationship between neighbors and law enforcement while bringing back a true sense of community. Now, I know in Charles County, La Plata does it, Indian Head does it, Waldorf has several different ones, St. Charles. In Calvert, I know last year there was a Prince Frederick one, and there was a couple of the smaller ones. In St. Mary's County, I know there was one in Lexington Park. There was one in Leonardtown. We'll have a lot more coming out on this as these block parties start to get organized more. I know they're still kind of accepting grants and still organizing this. In the next probably 2 to 3 weeks, I'm going to be putting out a lot more on where these events are happening, the times, and what's going to be going on at each of them.
Good deal.
Yeah, it's very cool. I usually face paint at a National Night Out in Berlin Heights, but this year I'm looking for a place in Charles County.
Good.
So you got lots to pick from.
Oh, yeah.
Charles County about here is probably the biggest one.
That's awesome, man.
Yeah, very cool.
So, this past Saturday night, a Waldorf man won the top prize, $50,000 prize on the popular daily draw bonus match 5. The resident of Waldorf happened to pick the lucky winning numbers and claim the top prize over the weekend. He was feeling lucky when he woke up that Saturday morning and decided to test that feeling with that night's drawing, which is one of his favorite games to play. The 68-year-old bought his ticket, continued on his day home later that day, did not even watch the numbers, got up the next day and checked them online and found it out.
Wow.
So congratulations to him.
That's an awesome way to check out, man. Get it online, man.
Yeah, 50 grand. I
Now,
could use that right now.
Right.
This is a interesting story that I put up on Tuesday afternoon. The Maryland Department of Transportation Motor Vehicle Administration is launching a 2-year pilot program to test new digital license plate technology. And I can tell you right now, between the multiple groups that I share the stuff in and on the Facebook page, people are not liking this. The state is going to be the first one on the East Coast to test these new digital license plates. MDOT-MVA is working with Reviver, a digital license plate manufacturer, to test its R-plate, which includes technology that allows it to be updated electronically. For instance, instead of placing a manual sticker on the tag when renewing your vehicle, the digital license can be updated automatically to display the new registration information. Digital tags can also have the potential to display real-time information such as Amber Alerts and other safety information, and can display an alert if a vehicle is reported stolen.
Cool.
Oh, wow.
I'm reading this, I'm seeing what other people are posting about it, and the only thing that keeps popping in my mind is privacy laws.
That's exactly right.
This thing is going to have to be connected to the internet 100% of the time.
So you can't go anywhere without people knowing where you are if they want to know where you are.
Know where you are,
Yeah.
how fast you're driving. It's
That's where I draw the line, man.
it's in concept, it's a good idea. But there's so many questions that come into play with this. What happens if you get into an accident? These things obviously are not going to be cheap.
Yeah,
Exactly.
you
What
gotta-
if somebody steals it? You
Right.
know? You gotta-
Right.
Yeah, they're not going
So-
to use it, but you got to replace it. It's like,
Right. You get into an accident, it's destroyed, you got to buy a new one.
yeah, I'm not 100% on board. There are
And
good things about
with
this.
With the fiasco we're having with the Real ID right now, this will probably be 10 times worse.
Oh my God! You know what? It's not going to be worse for me because I'm leaving this state. I've had enough of their
I'm
shit.
done. I'm out.
I'll live in Virginia and just drive over here every week. I don't care.
Now, I don't know if I want one of them newfangled digital license plates. Metal was good enough for my grandpa, good enough for my papa, good enough for me in my home.
That's right.
Yeah, that's right.
All right, let's talk some events here in Southern Maryland this weekend.
All right, Higgy, what's up?
As I mentioned earlier, Saturday, January 22nd, 9th Annual Beer Fest at historic St. Mary's City. The 9th Annual Beer Fest will be held June 22nd from 12 to 6 p.m. The day's activities include music by local bands, special tours of the Van Swergen Inn exhibit, beer making demonstrations, a kids activity tent, and activities in the State House. Visitors will also have the opportunity to taste the products of regional microbreweries, shop among select craft vendors, and grab a bite to eat from one of the many food trucks. All proceeds from this event will help further education and research at the museum. On Saturday, June 22nd, at the Calvert Marine Museum is the Pride of Southern Maryland Festival. This is a family-friendly event. There will be food by Blue Wind Gourmet, frozen treats by Rita's, and entertainment. On Sunday, June 23rd, over at Vera's Beach Club, 11 a.m., if you are into boat docking competitions, they have boat docking competition, the real deal. On Sunday, June 23rd, this is a fun one with the kids, Anne Marie Sculpture Garden at the 5th Annual Mud Day. Come celebrate International Mud Day with an afternoon of family-friendly muddy mayhem. Explore squishy art projects, play in the mud kitchen, create a terrarium, paint with mud, and cavort in our giant mud pit.
Nice.
Summertime's in full event swing right now. Be sure to check out the Chronicle's local event schedule, which is posted every Thursday morning at 8 a.m. I add new events as I find them, or I am made aware of them. I can't be everywhere, so if you attend an event in Southern Maryland, please send us the pictures from what you take, and we'll see if we can get them published.
That's right. Get your pictures to Higgy at the Chronicle, so he can get them on for you.
Right. That's right.
Hey, is this the comedy section coming up next?
This is the comedy section.
Yes.
Well, it's part comedy. You know, I agonize over this every week because I just don't know how to deal with Maryland sports anymore.
Right.
It's kind of like, okay, I'm going to stick a knife in my hand to see if it hurts. And, I stick it in and it hurts, and I pull it out. And, okay, I'll try it again next week and see if it hurts.
Right.
And it just doesn't change. All right, Baltimore Orioles are sitting at 21-51. They had one win this week.
Oh, my God. Oh, that hurt.
See why we call this
23.5 games
the comedy
back.
section? Yeah.
2-8 in their last 10. They're going to play the Mariners this weekend.
Oh, wow.
The Nats didn't fare any better this week, sitting at 33-38. They were 4 games behind last week. They are now 9 games behind.
Oh,
5-5 in their last 10, lost 4 straight.
They've got time.
The Nats are going to play the Braves this weekend.
Yeah, they're
all right.
The Blue Crabs, the Southern Maryland Blue Crabs.
God bless him.
They had a 4-game winning streak earlier last week, and then they've just dropped off again. 16-35, 13.5 games back. They're going to play the High Point Rockers this weekend.
High Point Rockers.
Where'd they come from?
Louis Bay Sox, 29-38, 12 games back. They snapped a 6-game winning streak on Monday. Lost it by 1 run in the 9th inning. They're going to be playing Harrisburg this weekend.
Okay.
Soccer news, the Washington Spirit, after the week off for the beginning of the World Cup, played this weekend. They tied, so they're sitting at 5-2-1 at 17 points. Technically, they are in first place by themselves with 1 point ahead of the second place team. The Spirit are going to play the Houston Dash this weekend. As for the United States women's national team in the World Cup, they played Chile on Sunday, 1-3-0. They will move on to the second round. They will play Sweden earlier this afternoon to determine what position they're going to be in the next round.
All right.
During that game, Carly Lloyd broke 2 records. She was the oldest player to score a brace in a women's World Cup game. Brace is 2 goals. She also was the first player to ever score in 6 consecutive World Cup games.
Wow.
That goes back to the last World Cup. If you remember, she actually had the hat trick that won the World Cup for the U.S. She came in off the bench during the Thailand thumping, scored a goal, and then she had 2 goals this game.
Wow.
Nice.
Speaking of records, the United States women's national team has set the following records in 2 games of this World Cup. The 13-0 win against Thailand marked the highest margin of victory in any World Cup soccer game, men's or women's.
Wow.
Alex Morgan scored the most individual goals in a single women's World Cup game. If you remember correctly, during Chile, she had a glut, which is 5.
Right. We talked
The
about
U.S.
that.
women's soccer team scored the fastest 4 goals in a women's World Cup match, 6 minutes. A record number of players scored for the U.S. during the 13-0 thumping of Thailand. 7 players scored. The U.S. women's soccer team scored the most goals in a single game in history, with 13. The women are going to play Sweden. The game started earlier today at 3 p.m., and we'll see how it goes. Once they play this game out, it'll be determined who they play in the next round, which is going to be about a week and a half off. So they're looking hot, though. They said earlier in the interviews today they're not backing down. They're going for the win, and they don't care if they have a quick turnaround time for the next round.
Awesome.
Awesome, dude. That's real cool.
There are silver lining in around here. They are the superstars.
They're bringing the noise, man.
That's right.
Yeah. Their gameplay is just ridiculous. Like this past game against Chile, they switched out 7 players. Their main players didn't even play.
Wow.
So Jill Ellis got the people in that don't normally play, let them get out there and do stuff. And the Chilean goalie was amazing. If it wasn't for that goalie, this score would have been probably like the Thailand game. I believe she stopped 9 goals. But still, the U.S. women were just attack. And I believe the possession was, during the Thailand game, we had a 73% possession.
Yeah.
And during this game, I believe it was 67%.
Yeah.
Wow.
Just
So,
hats off to Chile.
yeah. So, over in Arena Football League, the Washington Valor are sitting at 4-4 after losing to Albany this past weekend, 55-54 in the final 10 seconds. The Valor are tied for third place with the Philadelphia Soul. They're going to play Baltimore tonight at 7 p.m.
cool.
Okay.
All right, on to the ice. Hockey news. I believe it is 81 days till preseason starts.
Hey.
The Washington Capitals have acquired defenseman Radko Gudas from the Philadelphia Flyers in exchange for defenseman Matt Niskanen. Gudas, 29, a native of Prague, Czech Republic, recorded 20 points in 77 games with the Flyers last season, his third career season with at least 20 points. The 6-foot, 204-pound defenseman's 51.14 goals for percentage at 5-on-5 ranked first among players with at least 30 games played. Additionally, Gudas' 202 total minutes, penalty kill minutes, were the second most in Philly. The Capitals also inked a new deal with forward Carl Hagelin to a 4-year, $11 million contract extension with an annual average value of $2.75 million. Hagelin, a native of Sweden, recorded 11 points with 20 games with the Caps last season. And that's your Southern Maryland news for this week.
That's awesome, Nicky. How do people get a hold of you, buddy?
Send your tips to tips@southernmarylandchronicle.com. And as always, follow the Chronicle on Facebook at facebook.com/SOMD Chronicle or www.southernmarylandchronicle.com for all your local, state, regional news, weather, and sports.
That's awesome,
That's
man.
awesome, man.
Sweet.
Before I let you go, I just want to say thank you for everything you do for the music community around here, buddy.
Yeah, and
You're welcome.
And thank you for being on our show every week and taking time for us, man.
Yeah.
It's really awesome.
I love you guys. I love doing it.
Yeah, man. We love having you here, dude. And you always got a home, man. Always.
All right.
All right, Higgy. We'll catch you
Thank
next
you,
week,
guys.
buddy. Later, buddy.
All right, buddy.
Bye.
Bye.
So, Chris, you there, buddy?
Yeah, I'm here. This is pretty professional around here with the Southern Maryland Guitar Gurus. All kinds of
You're getting
cool
the
stuff being announced.
you're getting the behind the scenes, like what we do. You know, you're involved in it. It's pretty wild the way the process works.
It really is.
It's a lot of fun too, man.
Right.
So, real quick, I just want to say thank you, David Higgins, Southern Maryland Chronicle. Get over there, check him out. We use his source as our source daily. He is in touch with everything that's going on. Big supporter of local community, big supporter of local music. Get over there, check him out. Please, you will not regret it.
Yeah, southernmarylandchronicle.com. That's the main website. It looks beautiful. Check it out. He just redid it. It's changing every day.
Every day.
It's pro.
It's improving constantly.
Yeah, you can check us out. Go to Entertainment tab. It'll say Guitar Gurus. Click on that. Boom. You're right there to
There
our
you are.
page.
There's our ugly bugs right there.
Right there on the Chronicle. So southernmarylandchronicle.com. Check it out. And then Facebook, Facebook.com/SOMD Chronicle.
There it is.
Check them out, man. Good,
All
good
right.
deal.
That's a great deal. Chris Lane,
Yeah.
I'm glad you were hanging out with us. It's a pleasure having you here. Just chilling with the gurus, buddy.
Yeah, man.
Oh, yeah, it's great, man. It's my day off, but I'm at the shop redecorating and getting ready to do some master recording sessions here in my free time.
All right.
And it's just a fun way to, end my evening because I just finished setting up. And I just can't wait to get started in this little room.
That's
but
awesome.
it's great hanging out. What do you guys got next?
We got Sean Kirkpatrick for Sean in 60 Seconds. Are you game?
Yeah, I'm here. I'm listening. This is fun.
All right, dude. Well, hold on, dude. We'll get the Ollie's Bar and Grill. We'll get it cranking and see what happens. What do you think?
Sweet,
Let's do
yeah.
it. All right, cool. Let's see. Give me some soothing tones, Dan.
Soothing Tones, it's Sean in 60 Seconds. Coming to you weekly, as always, in his 12 to 15 minute section that's only supposed to take a minute.
Right. This is cool.
Hello?
There he is.
Hey, Sean. What's up, buddy? We're on the air, man. How you doing?
I'm good. How are you?
Dude, we're cranking in the studio, dude. They got Dan Albin here with me. Dan Albin, say hi to Sean.
Sean, you know I'm here, buddy. How are you, man?
What's going on, Danny?
Awesome, man. I'm doing great, man.
Hey, dude, we got a special surprise for you. My buddy Chris Lane, he's just announced on the show that he's giving away a 2-hour tattoo by him for the grand prize of the Mortal Kombat tournament. And he is actually on the phone with us for your spot tonight. So say, Chris Lane, say hi to Sean.
How you doing, Sean?
Oh, what's going on, Chris?
Not a whole lot, man. Just living the dream.
Hell yeah. That's awesome that you're going to donate a tattoo to the winner.
Oh, it's going to be so much fun.
I mean, me.
Oh,
Yeah, no, okay. We'll see. I'm throwing my hat in the ring there, so we'll see.
Yes. I love the trash talk, man. I mean, this is we announced this prize just shortly before we had you on the phone. What an amazing prize, man. You're talking
that's awesome.
a $300 value.
It's a great prize if you can win it. I mean, how do you expect to beat
Well,
me, Sean?
Sean's convinced he's going to win it
Wait,
no
hold
matter
on.
what.
So how are you going to tattoo yourself? Well, I guess, do you have any room on your legs left?
I do have some room on my legs left, but I'm not going to tattoo myself. I suck. So I'm just there giving the prize. But I'm definitely going to play long enough to get beat.
Yes.
I think I'll go ahead and just say that I'll probably end up doing the same thing.
Nice. I love it, dude. This is so cool. So, Sean, dude, how were the shows this past weekend?
They were awesome, man. So we were at the La Plata Town Hall Friday night, and they had, I think it was 91.9, some Christian station that came there.
Yeah, I love it.
Ice cream tour or whatever. And so, we pull up to the town hall, and it's just packed.
Wow.
It's freaking nuts. So yeah, and they had the announcers and the DJs and stuff already going, and we were just setting up, and there was just kids everywhere up on the stage dancing and having fun. And at one point, a couple kids came up and started beating on my drums in the middle of the song. The parent came over and started pulling the kids away. They were just using glow sticks and stuff, so it wasn't really that big of a deal. But yeah, that was pretty fun.
Yes.
That's awesome.
It's a great community event, man. As long as they can
man.
as long as people can take care of their kids and make sure they don't bang on people's stuff.
Right.
Now that's an awesome
Yeah, I
time.
mean, the first couple of hits were cute, and then I look over at the dad, and he's just kind of laughing, taking pictures, and I'm like, all right, dude, do something about this.
Yeah, exactly.
I love it. So, where'd y'all play Saturday night?
Saturday night we went down to Colonial Beach in Virginia, and we use a new sound guy. His name's Chris from a company called Kelly Sound, which I think is based out of Virginia.
Okay.
But yeah, the guy was freaking awesome. Apparently he's the owner's son. Never worked with the guy before, but he showed up earlier than expected, and we ended up starting the show on their time. The contract said we were supposed to start at 9, but they decided they wanted us to start at 8 so that we could end at 12 because they wanted to keep the riffraff out or something along those lines.
All right.
But yeah, that was pretty funny. And there was a drunk guy there, while we were setting up, he was already trashed. And he came up and he's like, "Man, what kind of music you guys play?" So I gave him the typical answer, we try to cater to everybody, except we don't play any country.
Yeah.
The next thing that comes out of his mouth, he's like, "Oh man, you guys gonna play Old Town Road?" Like, yeah, we're definitely not gonna play that. And he's like, "Oh yeah, man, the girls are gonna love it. You gotta play it." And for some reason, he just wouldn't hear me. So I kept on repeating myself. I'm like, "Yeah, we're not playing that song." And he didn't get it, and then like 5 minutes later, I see him getting kicked out of the bar. So I'm like, cool.
Yeah, great. Now we can have fun. Yeah.
That's cool. Did y'all gig on Sunday?
Well, actually, Sunday I went down to the jetty, or up to the jetty, to go hang out with my dad for the day.
Nice.
Yeah, it was Father's Day and stuff, so I brought him a 6-pack of Mully's Blood Orange Blonde and a 6-pack of Mully's Jack Straw IPA.
Nice.
And the day band there was Boot and Rally with Jason Heiser on the drums, who used to be the drummer for Charm City Devils.
Okay.
Now he, freelance drummer, but I mean, he's just one of the local drummers that I've looked up to ever since I was, first getting into the scene. So it was really cool to see him, and he seemed to be a little bit out of his element because it was a country band, and he, Charm City Devils is a rock band, but he did a really good job. So I enjoyed that. And then, Philip Parsons was playing at the night band there, and ended up having me come up and play a couple songs with him too. So
nice. I saw those pictures, man.
That's awesome.
That's a great time, man. Dude, you're getting it in, man. You're having a good time. I was messaging back and forth with your old man on Saturday to see how everything was. I should have never done that. Because he just sends me a picture of himself up against the waterfront, and he goes, "Life is good." I went, "Damn, it looks good."
Nice.
Yeah, you can't beat it.
No, he's loving life, man.
That's cool,
Oh, yeah, man.
So I'm glad that you got to spend time with your dad. All you guys out there, I know Father's Day is already over, but I hope it was great for everyone. So.
Right.
Sorry, you broke up there a little bit. I couldn't hear what you were saying.
No, you did it right. I just said Happy Father's Day, even though it's past. For those of you guys who got to spend time with your dads, that's great, man.
That's cool. Yeah.
Yeah. Ever since I moved down here, I haven't gotten much time to spend with my parents, so I always try to take as much of an opportunity as I can to get back up to the jetty and hang out there. And I mean, that's the only way I can hang out with my dad is if I go to the jetty and just spend the whole day there, because that's usually where he is.
He's in his own paradise, man.
Right.
Yeah.
Get it. Where y'all playing at this weekend?
So this weekend, Friday we're heading back up to Ocean City to play at Fager's Island again, and then Saturday we got a wedding to play. That's the one that I was telling you guys about a couple weeks ago.
Yeah,
I got you. Y'all ready for it?
Nope.
Ah, nice. Nope. I love it.
Oh, come on, you're killing me, Smalls. You're not ready.
Man, like it just sucks when like the bride just goes all bridezilla on you and decides she wants to be like, she's like, yeah, we want your band to play, but we don't want to hear any of the music that you guys do.
Wow.
Okay.
Yeah.
All
right. This is gonna be a great time.
I can't wait for.
We'd like you to learn 60 songs you've never played before.
Yeah, I mean, give us a couple months' notice, and then maybe we'll talk about it. But you send us the list 2 weeks in advance and expect us to do that? Yeah, no, I don't think so.
Yeah.
I can't wait for the review next week. It's going to be awesome.
Yeah, I cannot wait either. It's going to be so awesome.
I don't know if I'm going to remember it. I think it's an open bar.
Uh-oh.
Yeah.
That's the only way I'm going to be able to get through this shit. Like,
I want to hear that story too, man. I want to hear that story too.
Well, good deal. Sean, it's been awesome this week. We'll check in with you next week.
It was good talking to you.
Yeah, man, and we'll see what's up next week with you, man. Thanks for coming on tonight.
Thanks for having me.
Keep rocking, Sean. I'll see you at the game.
Oh, yeah, man. It's going down.
Maybe you two will get put against each other at some point.
Oh, yeah.
It'll be the finals.
It'll be like,
It'll be
now,
epic.
Chris Lane versus Sean Kirkpatrick. Single elimination. Who will win, who will lose?
It could be a celebrity rematch.
It will be. It'll be like
Get
that,
over here.
Right.
Get over here.
Great.
That's awesome. All right, Sean.
Yeah.
Thanks, dude. We appreciate the time tonight, man.
Always a pleasure.
All right,
brother.
buddy. See ya.
Have a good one. See ya.
Later. There it is. He's going. Hey, Chris, what's up, bud?
Sounds like the sky just opened up. Like I can hear just buckets of rain on the roof here. We got an amazing signal, I guess due to Spoon's barbecue or something, but I'm still hearing you guys loud and clear.
That's awesome,
Yeah,
dude.
man. That's what we do here, man.
Dude, you've been on the horn for quite a while now. This is awesome. But even we got to take a break now.
Yeah.
We got to pay some bills, brother.
It's time to pay the
Great
bills.
to hear from you guys. Thank you for having me on the show, checking in and stuff like that. I look forward to the tournament, look forward to all the great music that I'm about to hear from all the bands that are coming.
Yep.
It's just all been great, man. I appreciate it. Love what you guys do.
Thanks, man. That's awesome, dude. And I'll be talking to you, man. We're gonna build your
Yeah.
computer this week. We got it.
Hey,
I can't wait to hear some new sage come off the block.
Did I just hear new sage might be coming?
That's why we're building him the studio at the tattoo
Well,
shop.
see, there's a night of surprises.
That's
There's
another one.
so many surprises tonight.
That's
Oh,
right.
it's going to be epic.
It's gonna be
gonna
epic.
be epic.
We'll take some pictures. We'll share next week. That's a tease.
You gotta do that.
That's a tease.
You gotta do that. Chris Lane, why don't you do the listeners a favor and tell them where they can find you once again.
All right, so the important thing to remember here is I don't work in my basement. I work at a premier shop, a legendary shop here in Waldorf, Maryland called Village Tattoo. If you haven't heard of Village Tattoo, it's probably because you've never heard of anybody getting a tattoo. So that's where I work, and you can see my portfolio on Instagram at Christopher Lane, Lane. I'm Christopher Lane. At Christopher Lane Tattoos on Instagram, at Christopher Lane Tattoos on Instagram. Check out my portfolio. A lot of that stuff was just done in 2 or 3 hours, so it gives you a good kind of measurement on what's possible and what you could be winning. Your imagination is the only limitation.
I love it.
Love that tagline, brother. Love the fact you're being gracious with it, and we couldn't be more happy with what you're doing for everybody, man.
Yeah, and we're gonna be promoting you, man. So it's good stuff.
Yep.
Oh yeah, it's definitely going both ways. Like it's nice to be promoted, but it's also just nice to like be a part of something that two guys that I know and love are doing.
That's awesome, dude.
We appreciate you, man.
Yeah, man. That's
All right,
awesome.
so I'm out like shout. You guys enjoy the rest of your show. Can't wait to listen to it.
All right, buddy. We'll check at you, man. See ya.
All right, bye bye now.
Bye.
Good night.
Yep. There it is, dude.
That's it, man. What an amazing prize.
Yeah, dude. He
That-
hooked it up.
It's incredible. You get in this tournament, you win a tattoo. Holy smokes.
Right. And just having him do that call with us like that in the beginning has got this old noggin up
we
here
go.
turning.
Here we go.
Because now I got an idea of how we can really get people engaged with contest. You
All
can
right.
hang out with us while we do the intro part of the show.
Yeah.
Just like Chris did. I'm going to put some gears to that.
All right.
But I got some ideas. We
I
can
like
actually
it.
do some celebrity bookings where you could just set in with the gurus for the segment.
That
How
is amazing.
how awesome is that?
That's amazing.
'Cause that was cool.
We're going to do that.
Yeah, we'll talk during break. Look, we're up against it. We
All
need to
right,
take
well,
a break. We got to
thank
pay
you.
some bills. We got Bradley Baker coming on from Malander. We got to keep a tight schedule. What did you were going to say, Dan? I didn't mean to cut you off.
No, and I was just going to say, good opening segment. Thank you, Chris Lane, David Higgins of the Chronicle, Sean Kirkpatrick from Trilogy. Good opening segment. I just want to say thank you to those guys.
Yeah, man, it's Music Talk Radio with the Guitar Gurus, Dan and Dan. We're here to help out all the local bands, man. So we're going to take a break. We'll be right back.
Broadcasting from our 100 gigawatt radio internet thing that plugs into something else. It's WGUR, the Guitar Gurus.
We see each other through different eyes.
Oh, yeah, we're back from break, man. The show is just fantastic, man.
Oh, it's more than I could imagine.
Dude, Chris Lane having him on in that spot like that was real cool.
That was very cool.
And like I said before we went on break, it's got the gears churning. That's going to be like a special kind of deal.
Yeah.
And
Yeah, I just, that's also special. But it was so nice having him on through that opening segment there. And it was really, really cool, man.
yeah, and he jumped in at the right time.
He gets it. He
Yeah.
knows how it works.
Real cool.
He found the right times to get in with what he had to say. It was perfect. He's done it before.
Right. He knows what's up. So cool, dude. Spoons Barbecue gave us the rib feast tonight. Another shout out for them. Fantastic food. Go check them out. Tell them the Guitar Guru sent you.
Yes.
The Plata, Maryland. Happy hour all day Sundays. They got it every night of the week. There's something going on.
Exactly.
So just go check them out and tell them that we sent you there.
Yeah.
And
Get
they'll
over
help you
there,
out.
man. Support. They're so good.
Yeah. Good stuff. And I just popped an ollie a second ago, so
yeah.
my night is hanging good right now. So
That's right. Yeah, and speaking of ollies, that's where the Mortal Kombat tournament will be held. And for those of you who just tuned in or just now getting on board tonight listening, we announced a little while ago that the grand prize for the winner of that tournament gets a free tattoo from Chris Lane.
right, Chris Lane at Village Tattoo, located in Waldorf, Maryland.
Yep.
The big time shop.
It's a $300 value on the tattoo.
Right,
That right there is amazing.
right.
So thank you to Chris Lane for the gracious prize. Thank you to Ollie's for hosting the tournament. Thank you to the Gurus for making it happen.
Yeah.
Yeah. We got to thank ourselves a little bit.
Right.
It's going to be a great time. Make sure you register. We're only taking the first 32,
Right.
and we're only going to take more if we get another 32 after that.
Right.
So if you're 35 and no one else has signed up, you're out of luck. You need to get on it quick.
Right. So send them in. Spots are filling. So it's cool. Well, let's get our first featured guest on the Ollie's Bar and Grill Soundstage phone system, Dan. And we get
do
this
it,
thing
man.
going on. We get Bradley Baker on from Malander.
Can't wait.
Talk to him and see what's up. Give me some soothing tones so I get the phone system cranking.
Yeah. Bradley Baker coming on the Southern Middle Guitar Guru show.
It's ringing. We got it. Come on, Bradley. Let's see what happens. Come on. It's ringing. Let's see what. Come on. Oh.
Hey.
Hey, Bradley. It's Dan from the Guitar Gurus. You want to go on the air?
Hey, Dan, how's it going?
I'm good, man. How are you? What are you doing?
We're doing great, man. We're just down here at the depot in Baltimore City getting ready to play our first gig with our new bassist.
That's
our
all.
open mic night.
That's
Nice.
awesome, man. That's good stuff, buddy. Well, welcome to the show. I got my co-host Dan Albin here with me. Dan Albin, say hi to Bradley.
Bradley, how are you this evening, buddy?
Hey, I'm doing well. How about yourself, man?
Man, real good, man. Thank you for spending time with us tonight.
Hey, thank you so much for having us on. We really appreciate it.
Yes, sir.
Well, cool, dude. Well, first time guest, first question's always your history, dude. Give us a quick recap of your music history. What made you start playing music and what drives you to be the musician you are today?
Let's see. I started when I was in elementary school on the trombone, and then I received my first electric guitar when I was 12 and immediately switched over to playing guitar, put the trombone down, although part of me wishes I kept up with that too, because it's kind of a cool instrument. But so started playing guitar. Never really intended on being a vocalist, but after trying out so many vocalists who just couldn't hack it, I eventually learned how to play and sing at the same time by learning pretty much every Nirvana song there was.
All right.
And from there, I got into a lot of punk rock and more grunge, old stuff in the Seattle scene. And I don't know, there's just something about playing music that transports you to a whole different place. All your worries and cares go away, and we try to strive to reach new territories and to never be genre specific. So that's kind of what drives me as a musician.
Awesome, dude. That's awesome,
Yeah, I can relate to that, man.
dude. Yeah.
Yes.
So, dude, your band, am I pronouncing it right? Is it Malander, or how do you pronounce it?
It's Malander.
Malander, okay. All right, that's cool.
Yeah.
All right, so live shows. What are the dates, time, locations? Where can people check you out?
Yeah, we actually have, starting the beginning of July, we have a 3-show run in 1 week. We've got July 3rd, we're going to be down here at the Baltimore Free Farm. There's going to be a crab feast. We've got this lady named Mama Saray Israel. She's a great chef. She makes soul food. She'll be selling plates of food. Should be a really good time. $10 at the door. Baltimore Free Farm, if you don't know about them, they're a really great place. They do urban farming. It's kind of just a free-thinking collective of musicians and artists. And then 3 days after that, we are releasing our EP at Maryland Music Madness Festival over at the Fishhead Cantina. We're headlining that. We go on at 7:40. The Baltimore Free Farm show, by the way, is at 7 on the 3rd. And then on the 10th, we just got booked to play down here at the Depot with Scissor Fist, Gutted Christ, and a couple other acts to be announced. And we go on from 7:30 to 8 at that one.
Awesome, dude. That's awesome.
Great, man.
Yeah, we're really excited. We're really blessed that we're getting a good amount of bookings in.
Right, so your new bass player, is he up to snuff, or is he got to be learning on the gig too?
Yeah, he's so he just came and practiced with us last Wednesday. We actually met him down here at the depot. He's a heck of a cool guy. He also plays guitar and plays banjo. So he is a really fast learner. He caught on to a lot of our stuff last practice, and then we sent him the recordings that we had. So he's been focusing on 2 songs for us to play tonight, and then he will have, let's see, about 2 weeks to learn another 6 songs to play our full sets with us. So bit of a challenge for him, but we're pretty sure he's up to it.
That's
Doing
awesome.
Pretty good.
That's cool, dude. Real cool. I get it. So in other news, man, I saw the stuff that was happening on social media with you the other night, man. Is there anything that you want to elaborate on about all that? Because it was like a lot.
Absolutely. We would love to talk about that. So,
well, look, before we go any further, though, man, don't besmirch anybody. Just tell your side of the story.
Oh, absolutely not. No, we're not about naming names in this whole movement of the musicians union. It's not about, putting anybody down or anything like that. It's just we want an organization by musicians for musicians where we can establish some standards and everyone can start getting compensated fairly for all the hard work that we do. I mean, we all know this gear costs a lot of money, the gas money we spend, the parking, food, drinks, all that stuff. So, a lot of people, even if you're not doing pay to play in terms of ticket sales, you're always paying to play. And, we want to, like I said, we want to establish some fair wages. We want to kind of just change the business model to start, some unity in the scene so we can really be filling up rooms. We also want to start some legitimate promotion and booking companies that are nonprofit, that are all about really putting people's music out there. We want to start some old school street teams because that's something that hasn't been around for a long time, where we've just got people walking around populated areas with high definition headphones, you download cards, stickers, wristbands, stuff like that, and really just expose people to all this great talent we've got in the DMV area that most people don't know about.
Right on, man. Right on.
Yeah. We would also eventually like to, the bassist for my drummer's other band is really motivated in all this, and he had the idea of extending this so far as securing some funding and buying a building. He even has a building in mind where we can create a place where musicians can live and work and eventually have like a recording studio in there. Once again, all non-profit. We just want to cover basic operating costs.
Right. That's cool, man. So what's your 6-month goal right now for the organization?
Let's see, I think that just first and foremost, just getting everyone on the same page, starting some, in-person meetings where we can all sit down and discuss things so it doesn't just become a Facebook conversation that goes by the wayside. We want to, bring some seriousness into this. So over the next 6 months, I'd like to see us launch the promotion companies, get the street teams out there, and start getting some shows together where we can, like I said, fill the rooms and everyone can be exposed to everyone else's music rather than just having people come out and see their friend's band play and then going home. We want to encourage people to attend and really stick around.
Right. That's cool, man. Well, dude, I got a commitment here from the show, man. If y'all stick to it and get it going, man, call me. We'll help promote you, man.
Absolutely.
So
that's awesome. Thank you guys so much.
Yeah, you got friends here, dude, and we'll do anything we can to help you to promote it. You produce commercials, we'll run commercials for you, whatever, dude.
Yeah.
That's awesome. Thank you guys. That's a huge help.
We really believe in what you're trying to do, and it's revolutionary, and we wish you all the best, and we will support any way possible.
Thank you. I mean, nothing's going to come of it if everyone doesn't help out. It's definitely a joint effort. It's not about any one person.
Nope.
It's about making the scene a stronger place and making it so everyone can actually make somewhat of a living doing what we love.
Yes, sir. I agreed.
Right on, man. That's cool, dude. Well, I'm looking forward to seeing how you come put it all together. That's for sure.
Thank you. Yeah, we're excited about it. I didn't expect it to catch on the way that it did. It was just a random idea I had after having a conversation with someone, and I'm excited about how people are getting behind it so far.
Perfect. Well, that leads into my next thing. Dude, your current rig. Geek me out with all your gear. What are you jamming on, man?
Yeah, man. So I'm really digging the Schecter guitars lately. I have 2 of those. I've got the Schecter Diamond Series Demon 6, and then my backup guitar that we use for lower tunings is the Schecter Elite Diamond Series. I'm running that currently through an Orange Rocker 32 tube amp. Although I am looking to trade that. If anyone out there is listening and you have a half stack or a combo amp that has more mid-range in it, I'm looking to trade. I've only had the thing for like 2 years, and it didn't really get played much for the first year, so it's in good shape. And it's a great amp. It's just not quite what we're looking for our sound. And then I've got a bunch of pedals that I use. I've got the Boss TU5 Chromatic Tuner, the CE5 Chorus Ensemble, the OC5 Octave Pedal, the DS2 Turbo Distortion, the NS2 Noise Suppressor. Those are all by Boss. And then I have a K-Dime 10-band equalization pedal to really kind of dial in the sound a little bit.
That's cool, man. That's a lot of stuff going on.
That's great.
Yeah. Well, we're really trying to be specific about our tones and stuff. We do a lot of stops, starts, and breaks, and a lot of really specific little nuances in the music. And we want to be able to have all that stuff shine through.
Right, dude. I dig the Schecter guitars too. I got 2 in my collection, so I dig them, man. That's good stuff.
Nice. Yeah, I like them for their thin necks, and I think they have really great action.
Oh yeah, dude. They're killer, man. They're awesome shredders for sure.
Definitely. Definitely.
Dude, before we get to our last question, Mr. Alden, you got anything you want to ask Bradley before we let him go back?
No, I mean, I guess if I was going to ask anything, you touched on like your early influences of Nirvana and things like that. But I also played trombone in school as well. So when you said that, I was like, yes, somebody else finally on this show played trombone like I did. And I don't know. I want to get your opinion on how you feel about like, you know, New Orleans type jazz and things like that. Because we're all rockers, man. We all love rock. But I'll tell you what, when we're home alone, we listen to shit like this, the New Orleans jazz and brass instruments, right? Am I right?
Oh yeah, absolutely. No, we're like I said earlier, we try to be non-genre specific. Obviously, we have our own sound that we've crafted, but as far as like the rhythmic devices that we use and the time signatures, we're definitely heavily influenced by all sorts of different stuff, including jazz and blues, classic rock, early progressive rock like King Crimson, Todd Rundgren and the Nazz, Frank Zappa. So we're really all over the map with our musical taste.
Nice.
Fantastic answer, man, because everything you just mentioned, I've listened to on vinyl in the last 2 weeks.
Yeah.
Nice.
I had King Crimson on last week, just jamming it
And
out.
make sure you send me an EP, man. I saw that box. Send me one.
Absolutely, yeah. We're actually going to send them out to get printed tonight, so we should have them in the next couple of weeks, definitely by July the 6th. We'll definitely send one out to you.
Nice.
We would love to have one here, man. We could play
Awesome,
it.
thank you.
So we can play it if you're okay with that.
Right.
Oh, absolutely, please. That'd be great.
Awesome, dude. All right, dude. We got one more question for you, then we'll let you get back to your show. We call it best gig, worst gig. You can answer in any order you like, but you got to answer both. So what do you got for the Gurus tonight?
So our best gigs actually have been down here at the Depot Open Mic. There's such a supportive scene down here. It's a big part of what inspired us to try to start this union thing. People are they're so supportive and so kind. Just a great group of guys down here, and this is where we met our new bassist. So this is kind of near and dear to our hearts. We come out here almost every Tuesday. The sound is great, and like I said, people are just really enthusiastic, and you really feel at home when you play down here.
That's awesome, man. That's awesome.
Yeah. Now, as far as the worst gig, I have to say that was a couple of months ago down at Baltimore Soundstage. First off, we played at midnight on a Sunday in front of, I want to say, 7 or 8 people.
Wow.
Even though we believe in playing the same in front of one person as you would in front of 100, but it's obviously more fun and there's more energy going on the more people there are. But anyway, we got up there and put our best foot forward. Now, the problem came into play where I had just opened up a package with a brand new 25-foot cable in it and had that running from my amps and my pedal board, and it kept cutting out throughout our entire set.
Oh.
So, very unexpected technical difficulties.
Wow.
Yeah.
Yeah,
But, we just ran with it and did the best we could and just took it as a lesson learned.
Right.
Yeah.
Always test the gear. Always test the
Always
gear.
test the gear, but always play that show like it's your last one.
Right.
Yeah. Well, my thinking was, okay, this is a brand new cable. I just opened it. It should be fine. But like I said, I learned the hard way.
Right. Hey, man, at least you can admit the mistake and learn from it. That's the key.
Yes.
That's great, man.
That's cool.
So there's some advice for our listeners. If you buy new gear, try it out before you take it out.
Right.
Pretty amateur mistake on my part, I have to say.
We've all done it, man.
Yeah, we've all been there and made those mistakes. It's just cool that you're like, yep, you identified the mistake and learned from it.
Yep.
So,
You're like, yeah, I did it.
Yeah.
good
Absolutely.
Good deal, dude.
Bradley, you are awesome, dude. You're a great dude, man.
Oh, thanks. You guys are great. We really appreciate it. Thanks so much. Oh, and my drummer's here with me. I think he'd like to say hi real quick, if that's okay.
Sure, man. Yeah, what do you got?
Brad was doing such a good job. I didn't want to interrupt him, but yeah, I've been here. How's it going, guys?
Dude, we're hanging out in the studio, just cranking along, and doing our thing tonight, documenting some local music. So it's really cool. It's really cool.
We appreciate you guys giving this interview and everything. It's pretty sweet. We're just sitting here ready to go rock out in here. So
that's awesome, dude. Yeah, we're praying for a great show for you guys. We're gonna send the energy your way, so it'll be awesome.
Oh, thank you so much. Good vibes.
Yeah, man, definitely. How long have you been playing drums?
I've been playing since I was about 10. I used to play bass, and then I switched to guitar, and then I picked up a pair of sticks. My dad had a electric drum kit, and I just started jamming on it. I just fell in love with the drums. It just kind of came natural to me, so been playing them ever since. And I love it. It's my passion, and we do everything we can to get out there and just play as much as we can. Like, we sacrifice hours of sleep, and like, I got to be up at 6 a.m. tomorrow to go to work. But hey, man, like, just playing these live shows, and it's just so much fun. Like, we do it for the fun, but obviously we would love to make a career out of it.
Right. I hear you on that, man. That's real cool. Well, we're gonna help promote the band for you. And get your name out there in the Southern Maryland market. That way you can reach out to the venues down here and start booking shows.
That's awesome. We really appreciate that.
Right, man. So yeah, dude, we're up against the break, so we gotta get off the horn now. But dude, tell Bradley and the boys, man, good luck tonight, and we'll be in touch soon.
Awesome. Sounds good. Thanks again for having us again.
Yeah, no problem, man, dude. Well, from the Southern Maryland Guitar Gurus, we'll say good night and talk to you.
All right.
Good night.
Good to see you.
Good night.
Wow, what an awesome interview, man.
Dude, that guy's cool as hell, man.
Yeah, dude. Let's take a quick break, reset, then we'll get Guitar of the Week, 2 for Tuesdays, and then we'll talk to Tom Mays.
Let's do it.
All right, man. Guitar Gurus with Dan and Dan.
Yeah.
What's up, y'all? This is Sam Grow, and you're listening to the Southern Maryland Guitar Guru Show.
The Southern Maryland Guitar Gurus, the only guys that would do a live broadcast from Dog Patch. We see each other through different eyes.
Oh, yeah, man. We're back from break, dude. What's happening tonight, man?
Oh, yeah, dude, I'm just fired up, man.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, we're having a great time.
Dude, it's that Bradley from Baltimore, man. What a cool dude.
Great dude, man.
Yeah, knew how to talk. You had to talk about his band, get the point across, and him forming that union's pretty cool.
Dude, the fact that he's trying to do something that makes it fair for everybody who puts all the time into what we do as musicians and everything. Somebody's got to do that. And I respect him for taking that.
Yeah.
The way he's doing it and doing it.
That's why we're going to promote it for him.
Absolutely.
So we'll help him out every way.
There's a changing of the guard coming, my friend.
It's coming.
It's about time musicians got
the rightful dues.
They're right, to be treated fairly.
Right, fairly.
Yeah.
Keyword, fairly.
Exactly.
So yeah, man. So, dude, let's talk about the Guitar of the Week this week. the Island Music Guitar of the Week.
All right.
We'll transition into that and talk about that because it's a cool guitar this week. It's the Epiphone Les Paul Black Beauty. And when I was at the store, I got there kind of early on Friday. Jack didn't have one picked out yet. So I said, dude, here's a fair enough concept. I said, Rob Cord a couple weeks ago asked about this guitar. I said, let's take this one and put it on the show this week.
Nice.
And a little fan interaction. Hey, you never know what'll happen if you ask for something. So
Right.
that little interaction with Rob that week, I remembered it a couple weeks later. I said, hey, I'll just take this one. A fan wanted to know about it.
Yep.
So I scoured the internet and put together some information.
The internet.
Yeah, and jammed on it all week, which it's a fun guitar to play. Slim neck, it's awesome. It's a Les Paul that's on overdrive, man.
She's a beauty.
Yeah.
Black Beauty.
Black Beauty, exactly. So, Epiphone Black Beauty Les Paul electric guitar in the beautiful ebony finish, that high gloss ebony finish, man. It features that same tuxedo look and world famous features that made the Les Paul Custom, aka the Black Beauty, a hit since 1954. This great workhorse of a guitar comes loaded with an additional third humbucker and is now available in a great price range with the Epiphone Les Paul Custom 3, dude. Seriously. It's a multiple bound body with an arched top and gold hardware, a quick mahogany neck for great action and feel. And it feels solid, dude. It's real solid. The glued neck joint is for stability, so when they're making these things and gluing it together, they pay extra attention to make sure the joint's good, man. So you never go wrong with some great stability.
Nah, it's the key to everything, man.
Right. Great stability and a great sustain all come together, dude, to make this guitar one of the best values on the market. Really, man, if you really think about the features that you're getting, man, you're getting it at a fraction of the price of a U.S. made one.
Exactly.
That's why you go with the Epiphone line. That way it can be your workhorse.
Yeah.
And take it out on the road, man. It's
Right.
a working man's guitar. It's awesome.
Absolutely.
And dude, let me just tell you, dude. The Tourney bridge and the stop bar tailpiece on this one are fantastic. They do the job. You don't have to worry. It's awesome stuff. Good gear there, you know. Because without a good bridge, dude, the guitar ain't worth a crap. So
Right. And that's standard on these?
Yeah, that nice hardware. They're using the real nice hardware. So I mean, it's cool, real cool. And I implore everybody, go down to the store, walk in the store, say, hey, I want to check out the guitar of the week. Let me check out the Epiphone Les Paul Black Beauty. Where's it at? And they'll bring it right to you. Check it out. And you'll see you'll experience what I experienced. The neck's quick, man. It's so fun to play, man. It's so fast. I had a blast with it, man. I really did. It photoed beautifully.
Yeah.
I mean, working with it. I mean, I sit there I polished it for a while to get it real nice for the pictures. So it was cool. The tech specs. I want to get into the tech specs like always. Been doing that for the past couple weeks. I'm going to continue on with that. So the tech specs, we'll just go down the list.
All right.
It's a solid body. The body shape's Les Paul. Everybody knows that shape. It's a right-handed model I had. 6 strings, mahogany body, gloss finish. It's an ebony color, mahogany set neck, a slim taper D profile. That's the key, slim taper D profile with a 12-inch radius. That made it real fast. It's a rosewood fingerboard. It's got the Polaroid block inlays, 22 medium jumbo frets. So they're not jumbos and they're not mediums. They're right in the middle. So it's real cool. It's got a 24 3/4 scale length and a 1.68 inch nut width. There they are, dude. At least it's not 4 digits this week. It's only 2.
Yeah, and that's something.
Right. It's got the lock-tone Tourney bridge with the stop bar tailpiece.
Yeah.
Grover tuners with a 16-to-1 ratio and lifetime warranty on those tuners.
I love those tuners, man.
They're great. They work.
I've got them on my Epiphone Les Paul.
Right.
They're perfect.
Brilliant.
Yeah.
You can't go wrong. Right. Dude, all 3 pickups are Alnico Classic humbuckers, man. You get 2 volume, 2 tone knobs, 3-way toggle position switch. They come standard with D'Addario XL 10 to 46 strings. So, I mean, it's a fantastic value, and at $729, you can't go wrong.
No, not at all.
Well, I mean, you get a U.S. instrument of that caliber, you're in the 3,000.
Yeah, exactly.
So, I mean, check it out. I mean, it's a great guitar. The whole thing where they're made anymore doesn't matter. I just judge the guitar that's in front of me.
Exactly. You can spend $700 on that guitar, and if you're real picky, put another $200-300 in it with what you like, and you're still half of what it would cost for.
You really don't even have to do that nowadays because the hardware
You almost don't.
The hardware they're using. That's why I was talking about that bridge. That bridge is a real deal bridge.
Yeah.
So they're putting the quality components on overseas. You can't go wrong.
Isn't that cool?
I mean, it's always cool to have a nice cherry American piece for your collection.
Yeah.
Don't get me wrong.
That sits at your house.
Yeah, have it. Get it. Do what you got to do with it. But if you want to have a fun guitar that you don't mind taking on the road, this is your piece.
Yeah.
And then, and then you get a couple dings in it. That just adds a couple stories. We're musicians. We're storytellers.
That's the history.
Yeah, let the guitar tell a story.
Right.
That's when I worked in music retail and people would bring in their instruments to get restrung on the spot. I would talk to them and just ask stories about the guitar. Just to know about the guitar I was working on.
Right.
And you'd be surprised what people would tell you.
Oh yeah.
The history of some of these instruments is all, especially some of the older ones, and they say how they got hand down in the family. It's kind of cool, man.
Yeah.
So I mean, get a couple scuffs on your guitar. Some stories. I mean, I think your boy David's got a story he earned over the weekend, right?
Yeah. Speaking of scuffs.
Yeah.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Another day, another time, right?
Another day, another time. That's right.
But seriously, go down Island Music, check out the guitar of the week, Epiphone Les Paul Black Beauty.
Yep.
Fantastic guitar. Fantastic. Thanks to Rob Cord for suggesting it. So when we're talking about this during the premiere, if someone suggests a guitar you saw there, maybe I'll check it out.
Exactly.
Or, you know what's even better? Call Jack at the store and say, hey man, can you do this one this week? And see what's up.
Ooh.
That'd be kind of cool. And then see what
Cool.
happens.
Start blowing up the store phone and saying, I want to see this on the Guitar Guru show this week.
Or send him a Facebook message or something.
And then when Dan shows up, he's like, well, there's the guitar you're getting because 6 people called about it.
Yeah, that'd be kind of cool.
All right, yeah. We'd love to hear that.
Who knows? Stranger things have happened, but that'd be cool. But this guitar this week was awesome.
Yeah.
My thanks to Island Music. Thanks to everybody at the shop. Thanks to Jack. Thanks to Keith. Thanks to Matt, Tim, Nikki, Hannah. The list goes on. Dave and Repairs. Everybody's quality people there. You just got to go check them out.
Yep.
And see what's up. And get your stuff. And they'll take care of you.
There it is.
And that's it. That's Guitar of the Week this week, man.
Beautiful.
It was awesome, man. So hats off to it. Can't wait till this Friday.
Get another one.
That's right, man.
All right, Rob Cord, man. Special shout out to you, brother. Good job, man.
Speaking of shout outs, I think it's time we'll just knock out the 2 for Tuesdays with Dan Albin.
We're going to
Southern Maryland Guitar Gurus.
Segue right into the shout outs.
Yeah.
All right, here we go. We've got the episode 31 2 for Tuesday shout outs. Brought to you by the Southern Maryland Guitar Guru Show. Sponsorships available. All right, everybody, thank you so much for liking and sharing. Here is your time to shine. We've got Rick Curl, David Higgins, Brent Robbins, Angie Walker, Sean Kirkpatrick, Rachel Aiken, Trish Galliano, Donna Sue Roberts, Brian Grumbine, Pam Butler. Good to see you on this list. JC Moore, Sally Dean Hartog, Vinny Barbarino, Mike Stacy. Love you all. Thank you so much for the support. The likes and the shares means a lot to us. We're going to do this list every week.
Right.
No matter what. We will never not do this. This is why we do what we do. So thank you all. We love you. Spread the word.
Right. 2 for Tuesday shout outs.
Thank you. 2 for Tuesday shout outs.
That's right, dude. So, hey, while we got a pocket of time here, man.
Yeah.
I want to talk to you about that book right there.
Let's talk about that book.
Grab it real quick. It's called Play It Loud, Instruments of Rock and Roll. me and Dan's buddy, Fom, was up in New York this past weekend and bought this book for us and bought it for the show. So,
Yeah, he went to an exhibit in New York City that a lot of these guitars in this book were on exhibit.
Oh, and you got to see them.
He got to actually see them.
Oh, cool.
And
man.
when he was up there, he thought of us and wanted to bring this book back for us to have in the studio.
That's awesome, man.
And I
the
think it was-
swag list continues to grow.
And
man.
it was an incredible gesture. I think it was just first class of a supporter of the show and friend of ours, just saying, this is right up you guys' alley. I want you to have this.
Right. So shout out to a Fom.
And it's an amazing book. As I flip through here, I've got
there's James Hetfield.
I've got James Hetfield on one page and Carol Kay on the other. This is the kind of shit I like.
Dude, nothing gets better than that, man. That's awesome.
This is great, man. And we just want to, let's give some love to a Famosia.
Right. 713.
Fan of the show. 715. Don't get it wrong.
Oh, man.
You're going to get yelled at next time he sees you if you don't say that right.
Yeah, 715.
So we appreciate that. We're enjoying this book. It's right here on the main console in the studio. We'll probably have some pictures up of it. I don't know.
I don't know. Depends
later,
when I'm
maybe.
editing. It depends when I'm editing.
Yeah, so thank you for that. We really appreciate it. We're going to get into this book over the next few months. Maybe pick a section out.
Yeah, we'll start that when we come back from break.
Yeah,
so it'll be cool. But I wanted to talk about it while we had a pocket.
Yeah, that was perfect. Perfect.
Yeah. So
we still we still got a minute or two
yeah,
here. Okay.
We got a minute before we got to take a break again.
All right. I might take this time to selflessly promote myself.
Sure. Go for it.
All right, if you guys are out there listening, David and the Dynamos are out there Friday night at Ape Hangers, Saturday night Last Drop with Rob Cord opening acoustically. Speaking of Rob Cord, who we just mentioned for the Guitar of the Week.
Right.
Get out there, check us out, come support, come love us. And last weekend we played, we had Christine opening with us, and
right,
holy smokes, we got sunburned.
I heard, man.
We got sunburned, and David had a case of the dropsies. Dropped the Jazzmaster in the parking lot.
Wow.
Not his fault. I dropped a beer in the studio tonight. Not my fault.
That all happened.
I know you wanted to talk about that. So.
I wasn't gonna say it. It's episode 31.
As you're watching me
spilled beer.
You're watching me just with paper towels while we're still interviewing. I'm not gonna say what part of the show it was.
Yeah, the listeners got to figure that out.
Yeah, I'm on the floor wiping up beer. Not because I'm drunk, because I had Butterfingers.
Right. Something about David and the Dynamos. They got Butterfingers.
Yeah, we're full of the dropsies, man. We got Butterfingers around here.
That's awesome, man.
But yeah, we had a good time, man. So get out this weekend. You heard Higgy's list earlier. There's a full line of things to do. But just skip those and come see me instead.
I dig it.
Just kidding.
Yeah, I will be at the Last Drop Saturday night to watch y'all play. So
hear that?
Dan Harsh is making a rare appearance.
A very rare appearance.
The only chance that I'm not coming if I'm in the hospital. That's the only chance I'm not coming because I missed the past couple shows, so I got to get out there.
You heard that.
So I will be there in person. Don't know what time I'm showing up, but I'll be showing up.
Holy smokes.
So be ready.
Got that, people?
Be ready.
Saturday night Last Drop. Dan Harsh is coming out. So you got both the gurus there.
Right. And it's going to be a fun night.
And we want to meet and talk to everyone.
Right.
We might even give away a free t-shirt that night.
Ooh.
I don't know.
I'll bring the bag.
Maybe a signed one if the conditions are right.
Oh, I dig it. Ooh, dig it. It's Music Talk Radio, man. We're making things happen. We're connecting the community one show at a time. And I dig it. It's episode 31, Built to Spill. Dig it. Yeah. Like so that's the show.
Well done.
Well done. Well, dude, let's take a quick break, get reset back up. We'll get Tom Mays on, talk to him, dive deep into Outside the Wire, into his guitar playing, because he's a phenomenal player. And then we'll see how the show ends up, man.
All right.
Yeah, I'm excited, man. So far, it's been awesome.
This has been great, man.
Dude, we've had Chris Lane on hanging out the whole first segment. That was awesome. And that spurred
that's
another
a first
idea
for this show.
Yeah, and that spurred an awesome idea and an awesome way I'm going to promote some other cool people coming up. So yeah, and then we'll announce next week's guest list because it's going to be a big one.
Yeah,
that's got to be, and we're teasing it, and we're not going to forget it because it's big next week. We actually got 3 guests coming on. 3 guests plus the standard guest. It's going to be action-packed, man.
Yeah,
we're going to be working.
We're going to do something a little different next week because it's a special occasion. We're going to hang in there with us. Stay tuned in. You're not going to want to miss this announcement for next week.
Right. It's cool. So, dude, let's take a break. We'll come back and we'll do this thing. It's Guitar Gurus with Dan and Dan.
You're tuned in to the Southern Maryland Guitar Guru Show, the only show that Chuck Norris is afraid to be a guest on. We see each other through different eyes.
Oh, yeah, man. Dude, we're coming back into the chill part of the episode.
Yeah, I love this part.
Yeah, just hanging out.
So mellow.
Yeah, mellowed out, getting ready to have our last guest come on the Ollie's Bar and Grill soundstage phone system, which has been operating at a very, very, very high level tonight.
Absolutely. That thing has handled some duties, man.
Right, without fail.
Without fail.
I mean, dude, having Chris on earlier, man, was awesome. And having him hang out for those segments.
Oh, yeah. I mean,
that was real cool.
It's been great.
Yeah. So, Ollie's, thank you. Thanks for the beer. It's been awesome.
Yeah.
Thank you to Spoons for the meal. Again, thank you.
Absolutely.
It was awesome. Go check them out. Say the Guitar Guru sent you. They'll help you out.
Exactly.
It'll be awesome, dude. So, before we get out of here tonight, Dan, before we get Tom on the line, is there anything you want to reflect back on this week or get off your chest, talk story about? We got a minute or so before we have to get Tom on.
Yeah, I mean, I don't really have anything to get off my chest. We had a nice visit with Nick Katsoris yesterday.
Oh yeah, that's right. Tin Can Media.
In here in the studio.
Right.
He's traveling around the country right now, gathering information for a documentary.
Right.
And he's putting together a huge documentary on the Southern Maryland music scene back in the 90s in the Wilmers Park scene.
Right.
So we got to sit down with him for a little while yesterday, do some interviews, and I'm sure the product he's going to put together is going to be fantastic.
Right.
It may be another year or so before it comes out. He's still doing a lot of work.
Oh yeah, man.
And
it's big time.
You know, after he left us last night, he went over and popped up on a few of our very close friends, Andy Dorsey and Kevin Jones, and sat down with him too. I really thought, you know, that was something special.
Right.
To be able to sit down with him, and he's been on the show a couple times, and we're gonna go on his show soon.
Yeah.
Musical Osmosis, and check him out. And Tin Can Media, he runs that. Right. And they went over 10,000 likes last week, so congratulations to them.
Right.
He's doing a great job. He works hard.
He does.
And I just wanted to talk about that for a minute.
Awesome, yeah.
Yeah, it was a pleasure.
That's good stuff.
You can see the pictures. We're tagged in them. So.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
It's awesome. And don't forget, we're going to announce next week's guest lineup after Tom Mays' call.
Yeah, you got to hang in there because this is a big one.
Real big one.
Big
Next
one.
week's episode's long. It's going to be a monster.
It's going to be fantastic.
So cool, dude. Let's get the Ollie's Bar and Grill soundstage phone system cranking. Let's get Tom on. Let's document his call. And then we'll wrap it up with that and then get out of here for the night.
Sounds like a plan.
Awesome, dude. Give me some soothing tones.
Soothing tones. Tom Mays, Outside the Wire. Coming up next on the Guitar Guru Show.
And it's ringing. We're locking in the signal.
Ollie's does not fail us.
The technology of the phone is cranking.
Hello?
Hey, Tom. It's Dan from the Guitar Gurus. You want to go on the air?
Yeah, sure.
Awesome, dude. Well, you're live in the studio. I got my co-host, Dan Albin, here. Dan Albin, say hi to Tom Mays.
Tom, it's a pleasure. How are you, buddy?
Fine. Dan, how are you?
Good, man. Thanks for spending time with us tonight.
No problem. Happy to be here.
Awesome, dude. Why didn't y'all spend some time together on the stage recently?
That's right. Yeah, Danny and I were up there rocking the last drop Saturday night a couple weekends ago, I think it was.
Yeah.
The place was awesome, man. Danny gave us all our bottom we needed and then some. It was like bringing new life to some of those old tunes we were playing, and got up there and sang a couple. Because I remember.
That's cool, man.
You remember it right. I wasn't expecting that part, but the pleasure was all mine, sir. Trust me, you guys are great.
That's great.
You guys are awesome.
That's cool. Later in the interview, I'm gonna bring something back up. But when we have someone on for the first time, I always like to start out with a background question. I want to know why you love music, why you want to play music, what age did you discover that, and just give us the Cliff Notes version of your musical journey to now, man.
I started out in high school, playing with local neighborhood guys. A friend of mine had, gotten like a Gibson SG copy guitar, and he was playing, and I thought it was great. I begged my parents to give me a Strat for Christmas, and they got me some kind of Japanese Strat copy guitar. I don't even have it anymore, but it was great, and it just got me hooked. And then from there, I played, just as a hobby thing. And then I actually went in the Air Force, and during our downtime, it just helped pass the time, playing music with other guys in the barracks. And I was a single guy, and we had like little acoustic groups, and we used to go out and hit the local bars and play in bars and stuff like that. And me and this other guy, he was a singer, and I would accompany him, and he played harmonica, and we called ourselves Stymie and Bones. It was Stymie and Bones. It was just fun. His name was Bones, I'm Stymie, and it's just fun playing like CCR and old Eagle songs and sing-along songs. Some of the lyrics made fun of people. It was just a lot of laughs and stuff.
Nice.
So, and then from there, I started getting into like, harder rock, like Rush. Got into like Zeppelin and Black Sabbath, and like a lot of 70s rock, classic rock, I guess they call it now. But I got into a lot of that stuff. And then, we had a band called White Lightning. And then I moved to Florida, and I was in a couple bands down there with a guy named John Tommy. And I worked in a music store and played in Tallahassee with a guy named Scott Tennyson. Wow. And, I, got to know kind of the ins and outs of the hardware business, selling retail, and, went to NAMM a couple times. And then I, ended up moving back to Philly, and I played around Philly for a little while with some friends. And then I moved to Maryland. That's where I'm at now.
Nice. Where are you from originally?
Philadelphia, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, Delaware Valley Forge area.
Oh yeah, that's nice.
I worked downtown Philly for an engineering firm, and then I knew this guy named Tommy Conwell. He used to have a band called Tommy Conwell and the Young Rumblers, and used to play on the main line. And he had an apartment like right above my sister's place, and I just used to go out and watch him, and he played a big hollow body Gibson. It was just great. I saw guys like George Thorogood come through. Being in Philly,
yeah,
I mean, you see a lot of big names come through there,
right?
And you get to see a lot of people up close, and it was really cool to see like George Thorogood before anybody knew who he was, like Van Halen before anybody knew who they were. They opened up for Black Sabbath, and they had a little booth, like a little kiosk in the concourse, selling like T-shirts and tapes and stuff. We're Van Halen. Have you heard of us? Here, try one. I was like, oh, wow. I think we're going to hear about you some more, because we just played the heck out of that stuff.
Right.
Wow.
That's cool. How did you hook up with Vinny and get into Outside the Wire?
Yeah, it was kind of a military band to start off with a couple of Navy pilots, helicopter pilots, Morty and Slinky. These guys were Navy helicopter pilots, and they wanted to get into a band, get something going, and jam on the weekends. And we just looked on Craigslist, and I don't know if Vinny he replied to our ad, I think it was, or we saw his ad, and then he joined in, and the rest is history. He he definitely brought it to life.
Wow.
From there on.
So Vinny's in your band.
I don't know.
I hope
put
he's
it that
listening.
way.
I hope he's listening to this.
It takes a team. It takes a team to make it happen.
I'm
so.
just kidding, man.
That's awesome.
But I think we started out with a female singer, actually. And her name was Candy.
Okay.
And great female singer. She could do Pat Benatar, Journey, all that good female stuff.
Right.
And then she decided she wanted to go back and sing on Sunday at their church. And she had a close connection with her church community, which we respected, and she went back. And, they're lucky to have her because she was a great singer. Nice. And so we decided to go try out some other people, and we tried out, another female or two. We tried out a couple other guys, just didn't quite fit. Then Vinny came in, and he started throwing Ledbetter at us, all his Eddie Vedder stuff, and that just was great. And then he was able to reach out and do some other stuff as well. And we played a wide variety of stuff he can do. So
yeah, he's really good at working that crowd.
Yeah,
and
you need a front guy, so he's
a good front
guy. He's the best at that.
Nice.
And you guys are very solid, man. You're a very solid player.
Thanks, man. I appreciate that.
And I have a lot of respect for you and your skills, and you just do a great job, man.
Oh yeah, dude. When I met Tom that night at Mark's, man.
Mark's place?
Yeah.
Mark Lambert, yeah.
Right. I met Tom there, man. And I was like, damn, man. He just threw down, man. It was awesome,
right?
Because I was,
we have fun out there, yeah.
Yeah, I'm still in studio mode. I'm not in like full jam mode, man. I lost all my chops. My live jam chops just went away because I hadn't done it in so long.
Right.
So it was cool to see y'all got you guys jam there, man. And you're phenomenal, man. Don't sell yourself short.
Who's your favorite guitar player, Tom?
It's hard to pick one, but gosh,
can you give me like two or three?
Yeah, man. Give us a handful, man. Yeah. Let's talk about it.
You gotta say Stevie Ray Vaughan. I saw him live a few times up close. Right. Doing like Texas Flood when the rain was pouring down on his hat, and he wouldn't stop playing at the Texas State Fair. Yeah. And then I saw him in New York, and he played in the rain right up there. All right, he just wouldn't stop.
Wow.
Couldn't stand the weather and all that. It's just amazing. And then another one's Rush. Alex Lifeson.
Yes.
I've been to a bunch of Rush shows, and before they retired, and they went out on top. That's the way to go.
Right.
Agreed.
And then probably other bands, classic rock, like you might have heard of, like we have Blue Oyster Cult.
Yeah.
Guys like Buck Dharma. Even though I don't play like him, I just. He just inspired me, and there's a lot of other players, of course, out there that inspire you.
Yeah, that's what we want to hear about. You don't have to emulate these guys. It's just what inspired you to want to just pick the thing up and just do something. And those are great people you mentioned. I mean, I've got the same
even going back to like Richie Blackmore with Deep Purple, and Rainbow, and he came out with like 12 different Stratocasters in 12 different colors, and did a tremendous guitar solo, and just ripped the strings off every one, and went to the next color, and ripped the strings off of that one. He played it, just solo after solo, and then up in New York, I saw a guy named Eric Johnson.
I love Eric Johnson.
Right when Cliffs of Dover came out, and Avia Musicam, the album. Just came out, and he's working on another album right now, by the way. But I never heard of that guy, and he was supposed to open up for I think it was Yngwie Malmsteen, and Yngwie canceled, and this guy I never heard of. I was like, I'll stick around, see what he can do, And sure enough, man, he went into the Hendrix stuff, and he was just amazing. That guy.
He's incredible, man. Incredible.
Yeah, Eric Johnson.
Check out Eric Johnson if you don't know it.
Man.
I mean, I remember when Cliffs of Dover came out too, and I was probably about 15, and I was blown away. I said, I've never heard anybody play like that before.
Yeah, very clean, very precise player. It's just at a level that I'll never probably attain, but it's just amazing to watch and listen to.
That's what we do. We appreciate it,
Right. Yeah, I appreciate it. Definitely.
Exactly, dude. So what you've been jamming for how many years now on a stage?
The last 5, for sure. I mean, it's a part-time thing for me. I'm not a full-time musician, but Vinny and I have been together for 5 or 6 years, been going at it. And then before that, probably another, 10 years off and on, just on the side whenever I could pick up the right players. But this band I'm in right now, Outside the Wire, is just by far the most successful of all the bands I've been in.
Cool.
Yeah, definitely, man. I want to give a shout out to RJ too, because he's a great kid, man. He's a great kid, and
yeah, I found RJ on. We met each other on a website called Bandmix.
Okay.
I don't know if you ever heard that, and he told me he liked Nirvana and stuff like that, and it was like it started to click right there, and then he really applied himself, and he's come a long way in the last couple of years.
Good.
And I'm really proud of him, and he's a really good guy to play with. And we teach each other stuff all the time. It's really good.
That's what it's all about. That's what it's all about. That's the formula, man.
That's awesome.
Yep.
So, what are some of your frustrations, man, about playing music, or that you've encountered?
You see these guys on YouTube, some of these shredders, and a lot of guys they're playing different styles. That's all. You got to choose what you can, achieve on your own, and figure out what you can do based on your own limitations. I think. You always see guys playing, super fast, and they're doing like 180 beats a second or something. But, I play more with feeling, and I try to, maybe say it with fewer notes.
I got you.
Not have to go so fast, but I do what I can. I just try to stay within my lane.
There you go. That's the right way of doing it, man.
That's real cool.
I know you got to figure it out. I've seen you in action. You've got to figure it out, man.
We try.
Yeah.
But speaking of seeing them in action, man, give us your current gear rundown, man. Your gig-ready guitar rundown, man. What are you jamming?
Yeah, so my number one guitar right now is the Fender American Deluxe Strat. It's an HSS, so it's got the humbucker in the bridge position. It's got the noiseless pickups. Got a maple neck, maple fretboard, whatever. Plays great.
Right.
Run that into a tube amp. I always like tube amps. I like the tone from the tube amp, so I play usually with a tube combo. Right now I'm currently using a Black Star. I think it's a Soloist 60.
Right.
It's a little beat up, but it sounds great. And of course I got my pedal board, right? So I'm running through compressor, like a Deep 6 compressor. I got a clone chorus. I got a tremor for effects. And I got a phaser I think it's a Boss phaser. The old school PH1R phaser.
Yeah, you showed that to me, right?
And full tone, I like the fat boost to get more bottom boost. It's made by Full Tone. And then my amp also has boost, but I use the distortion from my amp, which a lot of people don't do, but I like the distortion on my amp, so I usually just, boost it from there.
Right.
Okay. So, other than that, I've got a couple of PRSs sitting around, but it's a little different playing those. And the string spacing to me seems a little different than the Fenders. So I stick with the Fenders. I got a Telly. I call it my NAFTA caster because made in Mexico under the NAFTA agreement.
Right.
Nice.
NAFTA caster.
I like that.
NAFTA caster, yeah. So then I got I just got a CE24. I think it's like the bolt-on PRS.
Right.
And it came with the was it 5807 pickups, the humbucker. So I'll probably be bringing that out more on these next shows if I can. Get more used to it. The string spacing on it's a little bit wider Just seems like the fender, what they call the F spacing,
Right.
is a little more tight. And your hands get used to that. And your muscle memory and everything just locks in on that. And then when PRS comes along and they throw a wider string spacing at you, I think it's made more for different styles of playing, maybe. But you just got to get used to that spacing.
Okay.
And
yeah. Go ahead.
The other amps I have like Marshall amps and a Laney tube amp. I don't know if you ever heard of a Laney valve master with the boost. Has like a Laney 100.
I know Laney amps. I don't know the models.
Yeah. Anyways, the kind that like Tommy Iommi used to use in Black Sabbath.
Okay.
So I got one of those. I guess it's like a poor man's Marshall back in the day. But that's about it. I don't know.
Okay.
What else?
What? I mean, what strings do you like? What brand, man?
Oh, Ernie Ball, Slinkies, 10s.
10 to 46?
Yeah.
Gotcha.
Yeah, not too heavy. And then Martin's on the acoustics. You know, we got a couple acoustics. I've been doing quite a few acoustic shows with Vinny, and you know, you might see us out there doing like, you know, the Tri-County area between Charles County, St. Mary's, Calvert. You know, there's a lot of places we might pop up, do an acoustic show here and there.
Nice.
What do you got around the area currently that we can come check it out with?
We do like been down the pier a couple weekends ago. I think we got a date coming up at Tequila Grill, Gridiron Grill down in Callaway. We're looking at a couple of dates over in Calvert. I think we're playing the Tavern or the Tap House.
Okay.
But the big one for us is coming up this Saturday, June 22nd, at the Beer Fest in St. Mary's.
Yes.
So
that's gonna be a great one, man.
So yeah, we're playing 4 to 6 on Saturday.
4 to 6, and you guys are there with Hydra Effects and who else?
The Bootleggers, I think.
Bootleggers. That's
Starting
right.
off. I haven't heard them before. I don't know.
You guys, that's a great show right there.
A little bit of everything.
That's right.
That's
Something
right.
for everyone.
That's right.
That's awesome, dude. All right, Tom, we got one more question for you, then we'll let you get back to doing what you do, all right?
All right.
Dude, it's our signature question. We call it best gig, worst gig. You can answer in any order you like, but you got to answer both. What do you got for the Gurus tonight?
The best gig has to be Rocktoberfest in last October 2018.
Right.
Sponge was the headliner. We had about 12 different bands there. Trilogy was there. Spoiler alert.
Right.
A lot of the good bands that you see around the county, in the Tri-County area. And just being up on stage, it was hot that day, but just looking out and just seeing nothing but heads, nothing but people as far as you could see down like 4 or 5 blocks. And it was a great experience. And we didn't have to play 3 sets. We got out and played basically 1 full set and got in and got out.
Right. That's
And it was a good show. And enjoyed that a lot. And then the worst gig, I don't know if you want me to name names, but a lot of places are on the river.
Right. I got you.
And
don't name
some of them
names.
got sand and some of them don't.
Right.
Sometimes a storm happens to blow in the middle of the night, and you end up setting up twice and breaking down twice. And so you're like in the middle of a set, and all of a sudden, chairs start blowing past you, and microphones and stuff start falling over, and the banner rips, and things are falling over. And it might be time to pack it up, because you're sitting there with $5,000 of gear, 10 grand, whatever, and here comes a storm blowing in.
Right.
So you got to break it down, and then they say, well, we can't pay you if you haven't played the full, All right, well, so let's set it back up again. The storm blows through,
Yep.
Bring it back out again.
Yep.
By this time, you're pretty exhausted, right?
Right.
But you know what? You got to be stubborn because they're trying to get out of paying you.
Yeah.
So
we hung in there.
We're here.
We finished the
Set
show.
back up.
We hung in there, and then there was that one time I got leg whipped by a pole dancer down in St. Mary's. I won't mention the name of the place, but I mistakenly set my pedal board up right next to this pole, thinking it was like a roof support, But it was actually like one of those dancing poles, when people jump on.
Yeah.
And,
it was supporting some children.
Yeah. So I got in the middle of the song, I got this girl decided she'd had enough, to drink she could take that on and do her little thing, put on a show. And I got leg whipped. And then the power went out.
Oh, wow.
Damn it.
So I don't know, by the time the power came back on, I think everyone had left.
Yeah, that sucks, man.
That's weird, man. That's weird.
But we keep going. You keep going. You keep doing it.
You gotta keep going.
You gotta finish the show.
Yep. You already packed up all the stuff and showed up, so why not?
Yep. Then there's the heat, right? You get in there and you just feel all of a sudden this heat coming from anywhere. It's like you can't get cooled off.
Right.
You feel it like in your face and your neck, and the sweats, and you start. You're like, what's happening? Am I on like a stove or am I in an oven? What's going on? Where's this heat coming from?
Dig it.
So that's why we have fans and stuff like that, blowers.
Yeah. The more
keep us
fans,
chill.
the merrier, man.
Drink lots of cold juice.
Yeah, cold something,
Right.
Yeah, cold beverage of your choice.
Yeah.
Right. Exactly, man. Well, dude, that's awesome, man. Tom, you've been awesome tonight, man.
Thanks.
It's been a pleasure.
Good talking to you guys.
Yeah, dude. You've been on the show now, one complete interview. So we're gonna reach out to you in a couple months, see what's up, and get you back on, man.
No, that sounds great.
Yeah.
Look forward to it.
Yeah, you're gonna earn the coveted title of repeat offender.
Yeah.
There's a few who have it, and it's a great thing around here. We love repeat offenders. Keep working hard. Enjoy the gig this Saturday at Beer Fest. Get down there on the 22nd. Check out Outside the Wire. You guys are 4 to 6. That's correct?
Yes, sir. 4 to 6.
And that's in Leonardtown. Am I correct there?
I believe it's in St. Mary's City.
St. Mary's.
Got to go a little bit further, Dan. A little bit further.
A little bit further.
Yeah, that's awesome, man.
Just go till you see the water, then you'll know you're there.
Yeah.
Well, you guys have a great gig with that. Enjoy that. That's a great event.
Will do.
I'm sure you're gonna
come down and have a cold one with us. Yeah.
I can't. But
he's got a gig.
I got a gig at Last Drop.
Oh yeah. Well, maybe we could swing by after, check you guys out.
You know what? Come by and have a cold drink with me then.
Yeah.
All right.
Dan Harsh will be there too.
Yeah, I'll be there on site.
The Gurus
All right,
will be
it's a
there.
plan.
Awesome, Tom.
Plans are coming together.
That's right, man.
That's right.
This is good stuff, dude. Well, dude, from Southern Maryland Guitar Gurus, Tom, we say thank you and good night.
Good night. See you guys later.
All right, buddy.
Bye-bye.
All right,
Bye.
Tom. See you, buddy.
Awesome, man. This was cool, man. That was a great interview from Tom.
Tom's great, man.
Yeah, getting the perspective from
Yeah.
his side of the band. We've had Vinny on, now we've had him, so that was
Right.
cool.
And you hear Tom, this is kind of like a part-time thing for me. It's not a full-time thing. And we've got a lot of guys that do this full-time.
Right.
He does it part-time. He still has he's got a career that he does, but he fits this in. And he's very good at what he does.
Oh, yeah.
And he enjoys just playing the music. So I think what I gathered from that interview was with them finding Vinny and Vinny fitting in it like revitalized
Their sound.
And it just made, it just got them more energized.
Well, you sat in with them, man.
I sat in with them.
And you practiced with them, so tell
They
us
were
about
great.
the vibe, man.
Dude, the vibe was awesome. I felt like it was 20 years ago when I was younger.
Like we would meet up.
And we were playing all the songs that they do and all the 90s vibe. That was when it was new. We were playing those songs when they were new.
Right.
And I was younger and I could move around. It got me moving around, man.
Nice.
And they do a high energy show. Great song selection, great set list. And they're solid players.
That's awesome.
And they're really cool guys to just be around. Tom's a great guy, so we really appreciate him spending time with us. He just, I really respect that guy a lot.
That's good. Me too, man. Like I said, I met him at Mark's place that night.
Yeah. And what
Yeah,
was your,
I met-
what was
and I
your
met-
initial vibe?
Dude, awesome dude.
Off the break, you felt like you've known him for a while, right?
Right. RJ was there too.
Oh, RJ
So
was
I
there.
met
Yeah,
him too.
great.
So I was talking story with him. So
Okay.
It was cool, man. They're stand-up dudes, and everybody there was cool that night.
That's awesome.
I mean, gotta get back there.
I wanna
eventually,
go
but
there, too.
They're doing their thing, man. But we gotta go on one of their chill nights.
Yeah, we don't want to disrupt their process because they're very calculated in
Right.
their process. They're doing a good thing.
Right,
We don't
and
want to fuck them.
And I keep forgetting to say this. All people that are on the Guitar Guru show have a coupon to go to Mark's place to record a song.
Yeah.
He is offering that out there.
That's right.
And I'm going to start promoting that more, and I keep forgetting to document that. But that's for all guests. So if you're on the show as an interview, getting interviewed by us, you have a coupon to go to Mark's place and record a song.
That's right.
So that'll help you out.
You come in with your coupon, your song, and there's a full studio band
They'll
of
help you out.
professionals
Yeah,
that just sounds amazing.
Yeah, they worked me over that night, man.
Who else can go record a single of theirs with a studio band built in and doesn't cost anything? Around here? No, it's not going to happen.
Nah, man, it's a good platform for starter outers to go to,
Yeah.
man. If you don't have a big budget. But
yeah,
it's Mark's place, man. Tom Mays, RJ. I mean, they're all cool dudes. They all hang out. So.
Yeah. So we should see if we can get some coupons from Mark.
But it's
so
on.
when we're out and about with a singer-songwriter, just say, hey, man.
Give this guy a call.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a good idea.
Good
We'll have to
deal.
reach out to him.
Yeah.
Good deal. Well, cool, dude. Man, what an awesome show, man.
Great show.
We're ending up right where we usually are. That song means we're in the home stretch, man.
We're in the home stretch.
So let's talk about next week's show.
Next week's show.
It's going to be a doozy.
It's epic.
And I got to email a couple people on here just to finalize everything. But if something changes, I'll notify it. But right now, man, it's setting up to be fantastic.
Yeah.
I mean, tonight was awesome.
Tonight, every episode's awesome.
I know I'm partial, but next week's episode is epic. We got 3 guests. Plus the standard guest with David Higgins of the Southern Maryland Chronicle and Sean Kirkpatrick with Trilogy Band for Sean in 60 Seconds.
That's
They're
right.
always there too. We got 3 guests next week. So it's going to start out with, we're going to change things up.
Different formula.
Different formula, because to make the first guest time slot work out, we had to change the show up. So we're going to come into the show, do our intro, set up the show, talk about last week's show, then immediately get the Ollie's Barn Grill soundstage system cranking and get Mr. William Sanderson on the phone.
That's right.
We're going to talk to him. He's an actor, author, big time. He's the mayor from Deadwood.
Yeah, E.B. Farnham from Deadwood.
Right.
Sheriff Dearborn from True Blood. Larry from Newhart.
Right.
My brother Daryl, my other brother Daryl. J.F. Sebastian from Blade Runner, which is the greatest sci-fi movie ever made. He's coming on this show with us next week. He's got a book signing in Baltimore.
Right.
We're going to promote that.
Yeah, it's going to be awesome.
That's the big news here.
Right.
Huge.
So he'll be on first, document his story, and I think he believed he knew Elvis back in the day, right?
We were going to hear stories about him knowing Elvis Presley.
So that's cool.
So we're still music related.
That's how I angled it. But the book's cool too. So we'll get into that next week with him, but it's cool. So that's first up. Then we're going to check back in with Dino from Ampeg.
Repeat offender.
Repeat offender Dino.
One of our favorite, Dino Monoxylus. We love him so much.
Right. That's who I've got to send a follow-up email with. Just double check. But
Yeah.
he's locked in.
He's great.
But I just want to double check. So we got to have him. And then to finish up the show next week, we got a local guitar builder, Andrew McSpaden Guitars. David Cornwell had some stuff done by him and raved about him.
I can't wait.
I've contacted and messaged with him. Super cool dude. He's got it going on, and we're going to talk to him and another guitar builder, another local guitar builder.
There it is.
I mean, they're everywhere around here, and that's not typical.
No, that's not typical.
So I'm going to get them all on
You
eventually.
usually know of that one guy. Apparently, there's a lot more than that one guy right here.
And I'm giving everybody a fair shot because I want to talk to them.
Exactly.
I think it's cool. So
It's great. It's exciting.
right. So and that's what we're looking at next week, man.
It's going to be huge, man.
Dude, this music talk radio is blowing up, man. I love it,
Freaking
dude.
awesome.
I love it, man. And I'm digging the vibe of everything, and everything's just coming together. We're just cranking along, 2-hour episodes every week. And right now, we're right at an hour 50.
Dude, I can't believe we're cranking out 2-hour episodes every week consistently. Every week.
Right. We're music talk radio.
Sometimes it's longer than that.
Right. That's how we do it. But yeah, man. So this episode was a doozy, dude.
It was awesome, man. Episode 31. I can't believe it, dude. I spilled a freaking beer in the studio tonight. But that's okay.
Episode 31, Built to Spill.
That's right. Built to spill. It was a matter of time. That's a pretty good streak. 30 weeks in a row without a spill.
I'll take that.
Yeah, me too. So, we want to thank everybody for their time tonight. And I want to give a special shout out to, my co-host Dan Harsher for all the hard work he does and producing and getting all the booking. And I just don't say that enough, man. So I want to give you a shout out.
You're welcome, man. You're welcome. And thanks to everybody that listens. It's just phenomenal. We're cranking along here, and I'm spent, man.
Me too. And we love you guys. Thank you so much for all the support.
Check in next week. It's going to be a big one. So we'll see you then. All right, Guitar Gurus with Dan and Dan.